A very good morning, students. I hope you all are doing good and welcome to your English class. Today we'll be doing prepositions, but before we do prepositions, let's see what is the thought of the day. The thought of the day is somewhere inside all of us is the power to change the world. It is a quote by Roald Dahl. If you remember, Roald Dahl has also written your story, The Girl Who Knew Everything. The writer is Roald Dahl, and this quote is by him only. He's saying that inside all of us is the power to change the world. We all can change the world together if we use that power which we have inside us. With this positive thought, let's begin our class. Let's see what is the word of the day. Word of the day is keep on. It is pronounced as keep on. It means to continue. If I ask you to keep on singing, to keep on playing game, or keep on studying, it means I am asking you to continue to study, to continue to do whatever you were doing. So as I have told you that we'll be doing prepositions. Last time also we did prepositions. 5 prepositions we have already done in past. 5 prepositions we have already done. The first one was in, then we did on, then third one was at. In, on, at we did. After that we did under and to. So these 5 prepositions we have already done. It is in the previous video which you can check. If you are not so sure about all these prepositions, you can check that video also, where we have done in, on, at, under and to. Once you are clear about these prepositions, we will today do few more prepositions. But before that, let's revise what are prepositions. Prepositions are words that we use before nouns or pronouns to show their relationship with other words in a sentence. So students, if you don't know what is a noun, what is a pronoun, there is no point of discussing prepositions. First, you should be aware what are nouns and what are pronouns. So nouns are naming words. They are the naming words. When you name something, it becomes noun. For example, this is a pen. This is a dog. This here is a bone. This is a girl. This is a spider. So earlier we were only able to see the picture of this thing, but then I gave it a name. I called it pen. I called this animal dog. So when you name a thing, an animal, and person, a place, person or thing, when you name it, it is noun. Even the name of this dog, as you can see, it's Fido. So the name of the dog is also noun because it's a name given to that dog, and dog is a name given to that species of animal. So all these are examples of nouns. These are nouns. Everything around us which we can name is noun. So what are pronouns? So remember it like this, that pronoun is like a brother of noun. Nouns, they are naming words. Pronouns, they are also used to name something, but they are a replacement of noun. They are used at the place of noun. For example, in a sentence, if I am talking about Fido, this dog Fido, if I am talking about Fido, I will say Fido is a dog. Fido has 2 ears. Fido has a beautiful face. All these 3 things I am talking about Fido here. But again and again I am using the name Fido. So in order to avoid that repetition of the same word, we use pronoun. For example, if I'll say Fido is a dog, Fido has 2 years. Instead of saying Fido has 2 years, I'll say he has 2 years. He has a beautiful face. So here he is used to replace the noun Fido, right? So this is a pronoun. So this is a pronoun. A pronoun replaces the noun. That's the simple definition of it. He, she, it, all are pronouns. Here for thing we will say it. For animal, if we know the gender, we will say he or she. If we don't know the gender, we'll say it. For a girl, because she's a female, we'll say she. So that is how pronouns are used. So now that you know what are nouns and pronouns, let's discuss prepositions. As the definition says, prepositions are words that we use before nouns or pronouns, before, to show their relationship with other words in a sentence. So one is fixed, that it is used before the noun and pronoun, and other thing is that it shows the relationship with other word in the sentence. I am sitting on a chair. Chair is noun. It's the name of a non-living thing. So it is a noun. I am sitting on a chair. So the preposition comes before noun. This is the preposition, and it is showing the relationship of the person who is sitting on the chair. If I'll say I am sitting, you will not know where I am sitting. You will never know where I am sitting. But if I say I am sitting on a chair, then you will know where I am sitting. So this is showing the position, the relationship of the person with respect to the chair. So these are prepositions. I am walking to her. Her is pronoun because it is used at a place of noun. Her can be any girl. So it is replacing the name of the girl. So it is pronoun. I am walking to her. If I say I am walking, then you will never know where I am walking. But if I say I am walking to her, you will know that I am walking towards her. I hope the concept of preposition is clear to you. There are three types of prepositions. We have already done this also, that there are three types of preposition. Preposition of time, preposition of place, and preposition of movement. What preposition of time does? It tells you the duration, the time period, things like that. What preposition of place does? It tells you location. And the preposition of movement talks about some action, some motion which is happening. So these are the functions of three types of prepositions. Today we'll be doing 6 prepositions. First is in front of, second is behind, third is between, fourth is among, then up and down. Like this, 6 prepositions will be done in today's class, and these will be dealt in pair. Why are we going to deal in pair? Is because these are the general ones among which we get confused. So people get confused between in front of and behind, between, among, up, down. So in order to avoid that confusion, to rectify that confusion, we'll be dealing with it in pairs. Let's see. So last time when we did in, on, at, under and to, these 5 prepositions last time when we did, we separated them in these categories: place, time and movement. In, on and at were used to tell place also and time also. Under was used to tell place and to was used to tell the movement. But this time the prepositions which we are doing, most of them are used to tell the place. All these are used to tell the place: in front of, between, behind and among. Up and down will show movement, motion of a person. Let's begin. So the first preposition is in front of. We use the preposition in front of to talk about things that are further ahead than something. In simple word, they are facing us. When something is facing you, your front part is facing that thing, then you are in front of it, or that thing is in front of you. So that is how we use in front of, when something is facing the other thing. For example, here in this picture, the phone is in front of the people. In front of the people. So these are some people and the phone is in front of them because they are taking a selfie. So whenever you take a selfie, when you also take a selfie or record yourself, what happens is that you keep the phone in front of your face. So whenever something is facing you or you are facing that thing is in front of you. So the phone is facing these people, that is why it is in front of them. Next example, there were many people in front of me in the queue. Many people in front of me in the queue. So if this is me and this many people are facing me, are towards my face, so then they are in front of me. Let's see. Okay, as I told you, we'll be dealing in pair. So the other one in this pair is behind. We use the preposition behind to talk about things that are at the back of something, backside. So in front of means it is facing you, it's towards your face, and back of something means it's towards its backside. So if this is a person and this is his face, so if something is in front of his face, it means it is in front of. And if something is on his backside, it's facing its back, then it is behind. Let's see some examples then. Yes, the tree is behind the bench. So this is the bench and the tree, it's behind it. It's facing its backside. So the backside of the bench, it is facing the tree. That is why it is behind the bench. The girl is behind the tree. This is the girl and this is the tree. And tree is coming first and then the girl is coming. That is why girl is behind the tree. Let's see some examples here. There is a keyboard dash the computer. Quickly think about it. There is a keyboard dash the computer. So this is a computer and where is keyboard? Keyboard is in front of the computer. So in front of. Second is the computer is dash the keyboard. The computer is dash the keyboard. So now we are asking with respect to the keyboard. See the keyboard. This is the keyboard and the computer is behind the keyboard. It is behind. So it depends what thing you are talking about. According to that, the preposition will be used. Similarly, in these examples, students, the examples that we did earlier, this example, the selfie one. Here, phone is in front of people, but where are people? People are behind the phone. They are behind the phone. Similarly, if these people are in front of me, who all are at my behind? These people are behind me. They are facing my back and these people are facing my front. Here the tree is behind the bench, but bench is in front of the tree. It is in front. The girl is behind the tree, but the tree is in front of the girl. So that is why they come in pair. People get confused. They are opposite. The opposite of in front of is behind. In front of and behind, they are opposites of each other. When the professor stands in front of the desk is behind him. So this is the desk. The professor is standing in front of him. And where is the desk with respect to the professor? It is behind the professor. So they are opposites. It depends what we are talking about. If we are talking about desk, it is behind the professor. If we are talking about professor, he is in front of the desk. The child is behind the door. This is the door and the child is behind it. But the door is in front of the child. The door is in front of the child because we are talking about door. Now, these two, I hope they are clear to you. In front of and behind. Now we will do another pair, between and among. We use between to talk about things that are in the middle of two other things. It is very simple. If two things are there and you are in between it, means you are in the middle of these two things, then you will say between. Okay, only two people. When we are considering only two people, then you are in the middle of it, it means that you are between two people. The girl is between her parents. So this is the first parent, this is the second parent, and the girl, she is sitting in between her parents. The bridge is between the buildings. This is the first building, this is the second building, and the bridge, it is coming in between the two buildings. So two things should be there. Two things. Here also one and two things were there, and then you were in the middle. And one, two things are there and you are in middle, then you will use between. And if three people were here, suppose that your younger brother was also here in this picture, then you are not in between. You are not in between two people. Where are you? When more than two people are there, then we use among. When three things, at least three things are there, you are surrounded by things. We use among when a thing is in the middle of or surrounded by other things. It is used for a group of at least three things. So you need to be surrounded by at least three things in order to use among. We discussed about the exam among friends. See, a group of friends is sitting here, a group of friends is here and they're discussing something. So that is why you have used among. But students, see, if this is the picture, only these three people are in the picture, then you will say the girl with the red hair is between the girl with yellow hair and the boy with black hair. The boy with yellow hair and boy with black hair. Right? Because she is sitting between two people. But the picture is different. Lot of students are here, so that is why she is sitting among the friends. Many people are there, more than two people. There is a house among the trees. So this is the first tree, second, third, many trees are there, and the tree, it's in the middle. That is why it is among the trees. But if this was the only picture, only two trees, number 1 and number 2 was there, then you would say the house is in between the two trees. But right now that's not the picture, many trees are here, so you will say among. Jim is among her cats. So this is Jim and there are many cats surrounding her. She is surrounded by cats. So whenever you are surrounded by more than two things, then you use among. So Jim is with among her cats. So if this was the picture, if this was the picture, then you would say that Jim is in between her cats. She's in between her cats, but no, she's among her cats right now. See the difference between among and between. When two people are there and you are in between, then you will say you are in middle, you'll say between. But many people are there and you are in the middle of them, then you will use among. So that's the difference. Let's do some questions. The two boys divided the sweets dash themselves. See, two boys are there. We are talking about two boys. So whenever two things are there, see in this picture, whenever you are in the middle of, whenever things are being done between two people, then we use between. So here between will come. You can only choose dash the red or blue. You can only choose dash the red or blue. Red and blue, one option and two option is given to you. Only two options are there. It means between will come again. It was found dash all the books in the library. It was found dash all the books in the library. See, all the books. It means many books are there, not just 2, 3, hundreds of books are there in library. So whenever more than two, you will say among. Now let's play a game. Let's play a game. I hope you all are excited. See what the car is saying. Hi, I'm your orange car. Please park me properly. So this is your car and you have to park it. How do we park the car? Whenever you go to a mall or some tourist place, you have to leave your car somewhere. So that place where you leave it safely, it's called being parked or the parking spot. Let's see. The car is asking you, park me in between the red and black car. Park me in between the red and black car. Two cars. Between two cars, red and black. So let's see what is the correct one. So will you park it here? This is your option 1. This is your option 2. And this is your option 3. Choose your answers. Yes, students, choose your answers. Where we will park the orange car in between red and black car. So the correct answer is here. Here is the right answer. Between the red and the black car. Here it is in the middle of these two cars. So that's how you park a car between two cars. Now the car is asking, park me in front of the yellow car. So either you can park it here, number 1, here 2, or here. Think, where will you park so that it is in front of the yellow car? The correct answer is here. If you will park it in, first of all, there is only one yellow car. See this one. And in front of means that it should be facing its face. This is the front part of the car and the orange car is facing it. So we have parked our car in front of the yellow car. Next, park me behind the black car. So there are many black cars, but where is the parking spot? Here. See. Choose the right answer, students. Choose the right one. The correct answer is here. Here is the parking spot behind the black car, and this is the back side of the car. That also you have to see. This is the front part where you can park. This is also the front part where you can park. But whenever we use behind, it should be at the back side of something. So the back side of black car is here, and we have parked our car here successfully. Very good. Now park me among the black and silver cars. Black and silver cars. Let's see where are, among means there are many cars. See, black and silver cars. S is highlighted because we are talking about many cars. So either we will park the car here or here. Tell me where, 1 or 2? Yes, here in between, in the middle of the black and silver cars, we will park the orange car, and that is when it will become among the other cars. Now the orange car is among the black and silver cars. So that's it for the game. You have successfully parked your car between something, among some things, and then behind and in front of the other cars. So this is how we understand these prepositions. So now you're expert at parking your car. Let's do 2 more prepositions which I hope you already know. Down and up and down. We always use up and down. You're already aware of what up and down are, but let's do them once again. So down is used when something is moving from a higher point to a lower point. See, this is a higher point and the person is moving from a higher point to a lower point. It is coming downwards. So we will use down. For example, they ran down the hill to the river below. He climbed down the ladder to the bottom of the well. So these are the examples of down, where something is coming from a higher position to a lower position. Next, again, let's see. We use up. When do we use up? When something is moving from a lower position to higher position. So it's just opposite, from a lower position to a upper position. See, like this, it's going upwards. So students, examples can be when your parents ask you to pull your socks up. It means from a lower position to upward position. Pull it up. The car takes 2 hours going up the hill and 1 hour coming down. Up the hill and down the hill. Whenever you are going to a hill station, the car, it takes time to go up the hill, but it comes down fast. So both up and down are here in this example. Also, you would have already noticed that they're opposites of each other. Down and up, they're opposite of each other. He is running down the stairs and she is running up the stairs. Okay, she is going from a lower position to a higher position, and the boy, he is coming from a higher position to a lower position. That is why we will use up and down. Here, tell me, the girl is sitting dash the tree, up or down? She's gone from a lower position to a higher position, so she is up the tree. The boy is falling dash the tree. He is coming from a higher position to a lower position, so he is falling down the tree. The cat is coming down the tree because she is coming from a height to a lower position. The squirrel is going up the tree. She is going from a lower position to a higher positions. Clear, students? It's very easy, up and down. In your nursery rhyme also, you would have read this poem, Jack and Jill. So the poem goes like, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. So this is the poem that you may have read so many times, but you will see the use of up and down here. Up and down. First, Jack and Jill went up the hill. See, they are going from a lower position to a higher position, up the hill, to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown. See, here in this picture, Jack is coming from a higher position to a lower position. He is falling down, and Jill came tumbling after. She is also coming after him. She is also falling down. So the example of up and down you can find in this poem and many other poems also. I hope these prepositions are very clear to you. So we have done 6, and because we have done it in pair, which they are almost same, we have done in front of, we have done behind, between, among, up and down. So these are the 6 prepositions that we have done today. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. And till that, thank you so much and have a nice day, students. Subway.